Burnout isn't a time problem. It's a confidence problem. Are you feeling constantly overwhelmed? Maybe your calendar is packed with things that you don't want to do. If you keep saying yes when everything is screaming no, you don't have a time problem. You have a self-confidence problem. And you see, burnout, it doesn't just start with too much work. It starts with not enough boundaries. And guess what creates boundaries? Self-confidence. Self-confidence gives us the ability to have what we want. Welcome to Rise Up For You TV, where we get to the real root of why you're stuck, burned out, or resentful, and how to rise out of it. I'm Lauren Sweeney. I'm our Vice President here at Rise Up For You. And I've seen it again and again. You're capable, you care, and you're smart, but you're exhausted because you're constantly managing other people's expectations and ignoring your own. Does this sound familiar? When I ask my clients, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you speak up? Why did you take on extra work? The answer often is always the same. Well, I didn't think I could say no. I didn't want to let anyone down, or I didn't want to come off as being rude. And time again, this is not a time management issue. This is a self-confidence issue. And we're not doing anyone any favors by saying yes when really we want to say no. It's not kindness, it's a lack of confidence. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what we can do to move the needle so that we can have freedom. Time and time again, when I talk with entrepreneurs and leaders alike, we're looking for freedom. See, people think that confidence is about speaking on a stage or being loud or taking the most risks. And sometimes it is, but most of the time it's not. See, confidence is an inner belief. Confidence is this belief that my needs, my values, and my voice matters, no matter who is in the room. It's not about being egotistical and showing others up. It's about saying, I appreciate you reaching out to me, but I'm at capacity right now. Or I'm not available, but thank you for thinking of me. This way, we are acknowledging the individual and protecting our peace. You might also use a back pocket phrase such as, this doesn't align with my priorities. We're not apologizing for saying no. That really doesn't help anyone. You see, confidence is an internal permission. It's the anchor that holds you in place when the world is like pulling on you. Confidence is the ability for us to stand and own our own power, again, so that we can have peace. Now let's talk a little bit about people pleasing, because that's a lot of where not setting boundaries comes from. Let's get real about people pleasing. Trying to please others doesn't work. Trust me, I've tried it. So many of our clients have as well, and they have grown in their self-confidence and their ability to say no, not right now, or it doesn't align with my priorities. You see, if we're people pleasing, here's what's actually going on. We're outsourcing our worth to how others perceive us. We're saying yes to prove that we're valuable, to avoid conflict and, well, to feel safe. And we're caring too much because we're scared of not being enough. Does that resonate? It's okay if it does. Because here's the good news. We can grow our self-confidence. Not having self-confidence or being a people pleaser doesn't mean you're stuck or destined to doom. It is a skill that can grow. And here's the kicker about trying to be a people pleaser. See, we're betraying ourselves to stay liked and burning out. It's the fastest way that we can lose our energy, our passion, and our peace. You see, people pleasing is not noble. It's expensive, and it costs us our time and our boundaries and our mental health and eventually our goals as a leader and an entrepreneur. And while it takes a little bit of courage in the beginning to use some of those back pocket phrases and to stand in our own worth and our value, I promise it's worth it. See, if we don't create boundaries, others will take over our time. And remember, when I started this video today, I said that your lack of time management didn't have to do with time management. If feeling burnt out didn't have to do with time management. It all had to do with self-confidence. And if we don't create boundaries, the world will create burnout for you. If we don't create boundaries, we'll overcommit, we'll underperform, we'll get resentful, we'll get passive aggressive, emotional fatigue. Do you see how not creating boundaries, we're not winning? And people don't like us anymore when we try to please them. Have you ever said, I'm fine, when really you're dying inside? And listen, I get it. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to create waves. You don't want people to be mad at you. But you cannot lead. You cannot grow or thrive. You cannot thrive if your default setting is let me keep everyone happy while I fall apart. That's not leadership, that's self-abandonment. I've seen it time and time again. When individuals start to increase their self-confidence, everyone around them thrives. You see, confidence gives you permission to protect your energy. And when you protect your energy, you'll have more capacity to say yes to what really matters. See, when you build real confidence, everything will change. You will stop over-explaining your boundaries and apologizing. You will stop feeling guilty for needing rest. You will stop making other people's urgency your emergency. And all of that will make a difference. You will start saying, this doesn't work for me. You will start protecting your peace. You will say things like, thank you for thinking of me. I'm at capacity right now for X, Y, and Z, but here's what I can do. You will start saying things like, I trust myself to make the best decision, even if somebody doesn't like it. And that is freedom. That is power. Trust me, that's leadership. And I promise, it's worth it. You see, confidence isn't loud. Confidence is solid. Confidence says, I have the ability to be me. I deserve that. And we see this every day in our coaching programs. Brilliant people saying yes to projects that drain them, teams that lead a stuckness, that they stay stuck in toxic dynamics because they just don't want to be difficult. And we don't want that for you. We see entrepreneurs that carry everything because they don't trust anyone to take it over. And when they build their confidence, they delegate more. They speak with authority. They stop shrinking and they start leading. See, boundaries, they create space. They give us space to have that kind of freedom that we're looking for. And confidence gives us the guts to hold the line. Thank you for being here at Rise Up For You TV today. And we will see you next time.